The moment we switch on the CRO, we get a straight horizontal line on the screen of CRO. It is called as trace, T-R-A-C-E. We get a straight horizontal line because we have not applied any input to the CRO. Now, if you have a look at the different controls, at the bottom you have a knob which is called as intensity. When you use it, the intensity of the trace changes. Besides that, you have focus. When you use it, your trace either becomes blurred or it becomes sharp. We are expected to have a sharp trace, so I set the focus accordingly. On the right hand side, you have these two ports. These are the BNC ports. So the first one is called as channel Y and the second one is called as channel X, or they are also called as channel 1 and channel 2 respectively. These are used to give the inputs to the CRO. Now, I have something which is called as Y-shift knob. This is the Y-shift knob for the first channel, hence it is Y-shift 1. When I use this, observe that the trace moves up and down on the Y-axis, hence it is called as Y-shift. Then you also have something which is called as Y-shift 2. This is for the second channel. So when you move this right now, the trace is not moving because this is the trace for the second channel. In case you want to activate the second channel, you have this push button switch which is called as channel 2. So right now the channel 2 is activated, if you can see, and the channel 1 is deactivated. So this push button is to activate either channel 1 or channel 2. In case I want to activate both the channels, I have a push button which is called as mono/dual. So when I press this, if you can see on the screen, I'm getting two traces. One of them is for channel 1, the other one is for channel 2. So this is for channel 1 and this is for channel 2. So the way that you have Y-shift knob, two for two different channels, you also have something which is called as X-shift. This is the horizontal scrolling knob. When you use this, if you can see that the waveform or the trace moves horizontally, that is along the X axis, hence the name X-shift knob, right? Now also we have these three big knobs. These are very important. These two knobs, as you can see, they are named as volt per division. So this is the volt per division knob of the first channel. This is the volt per division knob for the second channel, and this is a time per division knob. This is common to both the channels, and the reading for the volt per division knob and the time per division knob is seen in the small window. This is for channel 1, this is for channel 2, and this is for the time per division knob. If I change the position of the first volt per division knob, then the scale over here changes, or the reading here changes. If I change this, then on channel 2, if you can see, there is a change in the reading of volt per division. If I move this, then if you can see, there is a change in the time per division. Eventually, you will understand what are these knobs used for, right? Now let us apply some input to the CRO. I will be giving the input from the function generator right now because I do not have any circuit with me, right? So let's give the input directly from the function generator. For that, I will need a BNC connector, which I connected here. The second BNC connector will be connected to the CRO. So I can use either the first channel or the second channel. Let me use the first one right now. I need to connect them together. So the positive one will go to the positive, and the negative goes to negative, right? As of now, because I'm using the first channel only, and this is in the dual mode. The CR is in the dual mode. So let me use a push button. Let me put it into mono mode. And right now channel 1 is deactivated. So let me use this push button and put it into the channel 1 mode. So this becomes the channel 1 active now. Even now I'm not getting any waveform just because I have not switched on this button. The moment I switch on this button from the function generator, I will be getting a sine wave. So with some adjustments, I will be able to see a sine wave on the screen of the CRO. Now what am I expected to do here? I am expected to take down two readings. One is for the amplitude of this waveform, and the second one is for the frequency of this waveform, right? To understand how to take the readings with the help of CRO, I should understand how is the scale set on the CRO screen. For that, let me use this Y shift knob and let me take the waveform down. Now, let's have a look at this blank screen. If you can see, it has got a main y-axis, it has got a main x-axis at the center. So this forms the origin of the CRO. Then you have these parallel lines to the y-axis. Similarly, you have these parallel lines to the x-axis forming a grid. From here to here is one division on the CRO. Inside one division, you have these 4 small lines. So each of these small lines will correspond to 0.2. So if this is 0, this is 0.2, this is 0.4, this is 0.6, 0.8 and 1 division. So from here to here is 1 division, again from here to here is 1 division, and so on the entire x-axis. Similarly on y-axis, you have from here to here as 1 division, or from here to here is 1 division. So that's about the scale of the CRO. Now our next task is to measure the amplitude of this particular waveform.